Good afternoon, Fort McMurray. Melanie Galea here, local real estate agent in Fort McMurray since 2007. I am with the lovely Barb Pinsent. Barb is hands down my favorite mortgage broker, period. And why? A little toot here. Her level of communication is fantastic. She's with you every step of the way. And she communicates with me, so we're a really great team, which is exactly what you need when you're purchasing a home and those sorts of things. So Barb, thanks for that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, and I know my clients, the name of looking for a mortgage broker. Your name comes up all the time. Yeah,
which I'm proud of. And I do agree that communication is vital.
It is vital. So she's
Everybody
awesome at
needs
that.
to be on the same page because it's just better that way.
Right? If you've got questions, type them in the chat, please, okay? We're talking about, there was mortgage rule changes just yesterday. So not all of the details are clear, but let's talk about what some of them are, Barb, because Barb reached out to me and just gave me some breakdown of what it was. And I'm like, Barb, we need to do video. She's like, okay.
That's right. A little gasp here as we carry on. But what they've done is they're introducing a new program joint with CMHC.
Yeah.
So CMHC will be part owner of the home that you're buying.
Okay.
It's geared toward first-time home buyers.
Okay.
And what they are going to do, and I don't have all of the specifics yet, but the gist of it is that they will lend. The buyer has to come up with their own minimum 5% down.
Okay.
CMHC will then inject another 5% down. So on resale, their equity will be 10%.
Okay.
There are restrictions. They can't have a mortgage greater than $480,000.
Okay.
The household income cannot be any higher than 120, and it's joint house or combined household income can't be higher than $120,000.
Yeah.
The now I'm going to forget. They are also allowing 10%, if it's new build. Yeah. They'll inject 10%. So customer has to come up with the 5%, and they'll inject 10%. What did they change?
So that would also mean, so just to pause just for 1 sec. So if we're talking new build, that I assume is there's some new, I would think a new mobile then too? A brand new mobile?
Not sure. Not yet. Yeah, and that criteria hasn't been shared yet. This is going to be launched in September. And so not till September. So they're going to let us know, fill us in on the details as they carry on. Right?
Jeez, I was getting super excited. I thought it was immediate.
No, not till September. So we have a ways to go yet before it comes into play. So there's that, as well as they are increasing the amount of RSP money that can be taken from your RSPs. So it was $25,000, and they have now increased it to $35,000, and I'm not sure when that comes into effect. I don't know if that too is September or so. Good, but maybe not great because the problem I think a lot of people have with this is how many first-time home buyers have $35,000 in an RSP, but there are some that do, definitely, and so it will allow them to withdraw more under the home buyer plan. So, and combined households, or husband and wife, up to $70,000, right? They could each take $35,000 from their RSP. So.
Both husband and wife, wow, that's really good. Yeah. So I guess one of my next questions would be, if we're talking about, so the time though that if someone's taking money out of their RSPs, they have to wait 90 days. They do. There's still that 90-day window. So that's something to be aware of and, really pay attention to that. Are they going to shorten that time? That's something that would be actually helpful. Yeah. I mean, that's a whole market to take you. I had a deal. Louise, she's so cute. You guys look great.
Always.
Louise will. Anyways, if that time frame, that's I had a deal just collapsed because of that. Yeah. Where the lender didn't spend enough time explaining that. The buyer didn't use Barb because she would have explained that. No. Anyways, dig.
Thank you.
Dig and yay, Barb.
Exactly.
But I think the other thing is just making sure that, I hope that they change that because 3 months, 90 days is that's a long time, and sellers are not going to wait 90. They're not going to wait 90 days unless it was a new build. Then if possession isn't done for 6 months, then that's not going to be a problem. So How do you think that this is going to affect the Fort McMurray market?
It will, I think there are a couple of things to look at. It may slow, like it might, people may want to wait to see what this program is going to look like. So, you know, might put off someone who was looking to buy right now, may decide that they want to wait until later
September
to see how that looks. There is that limit of that price limit, like mortgage not being greater than the 480,000. So, but it'll buying power gives you a little more buying power, not a lot, but if they max out, like, you know, if their income household income is $120,000, then they'll qualify for about another $50,000, like $50,000 mortgage dollars. So it does add up.
Yeah, it does add up. And I've seen that your mortgage payments, I saw in one example, and I think it was at sort of the highest amount, that the mortgage amount would come down about $200 a month.
It does, yeah.
So, you know, every kind of dollar, you know, helps.
It all adds up.
It all adds up. I think, this is my prediction, I think that there's some people that are on the fence. I think we have a lot of people that work in, you know, service industry, or in the service industry, let's just leave it at that, or they're working at Walmart, or they're working retail, where they're not working at site. I think that this is going to help them.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that come September, I think we're going to see more people come to the market that didn't have that opportunity previously, or they have an opportunity to buy something that's going to be even better for them. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, similar to the Wood Buffalo housing program is how this is going to work, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but they did the loan, right? They lent to the buyers the money that they needed for the down payment, and it just sat there and did not need to be paid until such time as the house was sold. Or, again, if they wanted to refinance or if they wanted to pay that loan off, they could do that, and I think this program will be very similar to that one.
Okay, so we played a little game before we got online here. We wanted to see, here's a guess for those of you watching. How many properties do you think that are listed in Fort McMurray right now under 480,000? Any guesses? We got a watcher. What do you think? Type it in the comments here. What do you guys think? We'll talk a little bit more, but I think that it's going to be really interesting to watch, because I think that maybe somebody that might be on the teetering, and maybe that they might be able to right now afford a condo. Maybe that actually pushes them into a duplex, or maybe that actually pushes them into a mobile home, or into something that doesn't have condo fees.
I did the numbers on that too, just to have a look at what someone would qualify for if they didn't partake in this program. Yeah. And based on an income of $120,000 was the number that I used. Yeah. And they could buy a $525,000 home. Yeah. Versus the 480. Yeah. So it restricts them that way, because if your maximum household income is greater than that. Right. Well, not greater than, but if your maximum household income is $120,000 and you wanted to buy a $525,000 house, you can, if you don't use the program. Right. If you did use the program, then it's going to reduce the amount that you qualify for.
So, clarification question, and if it doesn't come out for a bit, but a clarification. So, could a first-time home buyer not necessarily use the CMHC portion of the program, but could they have the access to the $35,000 instead from their RSPs and not have to use the program?
They can. Yeah. And I'm not sure if they'll allow you to do use the two programs together. And again, there's some questions because they haven't given us all of the information. But
how long do you think it'll take before they get that cleared up?
It shouldn't take them too long. They probably know and just haven't shared it with us yet. I'm thinking,
little election teaser, hey? Little election teaser.
Exactly. They're going to get out on the road and do their little thing and drop a little tidbit here and there is what I'm thinking will probably be
all right. Happen. So no one's brave enough to guess here, but there's actually 332 properties in Fort McMurray listed under $480,000. So that's from a $79,000 condo. That happens to be my listing. It's a bank repo. It's in Tower 1. Amazing view on the 14th floor.
Oh, really?
Of the river. To a $480,000 house listed also a bank repo over in Burton. That's a PWF. So and there were several properties that already had offers in some of those. So there are houses that you can buy in that price range that are good houses. That 2 or 3 years ago you would have been paying $200,000 more for all those properties.
I can't believe there's a house on Burton for $480,000.
I think because it's got the wood foundation, and some people are a little bit afraid of that. Yeah. And I think as long as you can figure out that the structure is good, there's nothing wrong with a wood foundation. Yeah. It does, but I think just because of the marketing of it, people are a little bit afraid of it. But I think if you do your education, there's sections of BC, that's all they use because the basements are known to be warmer. I mean, let's face it, there's two kinds of concrete in Fort McMurray.
And that is?
The kind that's cracked and the kind that's going to crack.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So you have just as much due diligence on a property that has a concrete foundation. No matter what, if you own a home, there's maintenance involved in your home.
Yeah, there is. True.
There is.
And there's usually an engineering degree or engineering certificate that's done for PWS.
There is.
Right? So it's looked at and passes.
Yeah. Your real estate professional, make sure that they take care of you. If you don't have one, please direct message me. I'd love to help you find a good home. If you need a mortgage or you know of anybody that's looking for a mortgage, Barb is fantastic. Barb, how can people get a hold of you?
They can reach me they can call me, 780-370-1490. I'm not sure where I should be looking here, but...
right here, right there.
I think this is the first time I've looked there, but that's okay. They can email me, barb@barbpinsent.com, and I'm just Google me. Google mortgage broker Fort McMurray and you will find my contact information.
If you are watching on Facebook right now, I've tagged Barb's business page. I'll make sure when I edit this that I throw in her contact information. Anything else people need to know, do you think, at this time? Do you think we covered everything? I think we did.
I think we have, yeah. And we'll share as we learn more, we'll share that information with them too, so that they know when we know.
Awesome. Barb, thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Didn't she do great? Yes. It's nothing to be afraid of when it comes to video. It's just Barb and I having a conversation.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's fabulous. There's opportunities in the market right now. If you want to know exactly what's going on with the stats, every single week I'm going to have a post about whether it's weekly inventory and what's going on. Pay attention, because inventory levels in a majority of the sections of town, except for condos. Condos are not doing so great right now, but I think one of the reasons why I think that is because the townhouses, where it's an actual seller's market at 401 Athabasca Drive, are selling like hotcakes right now.
Yeah. They're beautiful, actually. I did a mortgage for a client in there not so very long ago, and I just went for a visit because I like to do that, and it is actually
they're so nice.
Unit. Yeah,
they're so nice. Anyways, if you've got a question about the value of your home, when it's a good time to sell, or you're looking for an agent that does way more than just put a sign on the lawn, that's me. That's me. Anyway, share this video. Let's get the message out there. These mortgage rules are coming a little bit later than I thought that they were, September. But maybe it's time to plan. Maybe it's time to reach out to Barb. Maybe you need to get a couple things cleared up with your credit. Barb is fantastic with getting you ready to go and making sure that she holds your hand and makes sure that you have all the information, and just maybe there's a couple tweaks in your credit that you need to do so that when September happens, you're ready. Or maybe you're ready now.
That's right. Yeah. And it never hurts to find out, right? If you want to know, you just make that phone call.
Absolutely.
And I'll take a look at everything and let you know what you need to do, don't need to do. I'm here and available to answer any question.
Well, thanks, Barb.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Happy first day of spring. Help get this message out there, and we'll talk to you soon, Fort McMurray.
Thank you.